Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be working on this 2006 Buick Rendezvous CX. So I picked this up at the Copart auction. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen that. Just getting this fixed up so I can let my wife daily it when I fix the F-150. It's got that dreaded manifold exhaust leak, so I got a set of headers for it, which you'll see in those build videos. But we picked this up. I revealed the build price and everything at the end of the video series. So let me go ahead and give you a walkthrough of what I've done and things I've found on it so far. So I purchased this as a buy it now vehicle from Copart, and when I got it, I'll show you in the pictures. If you check out on my Instagram, I should have them up by then. But it had been sitting for quite some time and was covered in tree sap, so I haven't got to pressure wash the roof so you can kind of see what it all looked like. But as far as body damage goes, there wasn't hardly any, just a few little dents and scratches, you know, here and there. Nothing too insane. Cracked tail light on the other side. The panels coming off the bottom of the door where the clips are broke, but nothing too crazy. Of course, the wheels were caked in brake dust where they'd never been cleaned before, and the tires were flat. So I went ahead and got a new set of Mastercrafts for it, and then I used the last coat iron off to go ahead and get that rust off. So once I got all that, I did have to go ahead and put a battery in it because it didn't have one. And upon cranking it to start it, I found why this vehicle was parked. It actually has a rusted through fuel line that is right underneath the driver's here, which I'll show you as we get more into it. But that's what's in that box right there and what I'm going to replace today. So I went ahead and took the interior all out of it except for that rear seat, and that's because I can't get the hatch open. The button on the outside isn't working, and it didn't come with any key fobs. So that's another item I have laying over there that I'm going to do as a short video on Instagram to show you how to program those. So you have to go in there and check me out for how to program a key fob for one of these. But as you can see, this thing was insanely dirty, everything stained, so I'm in the process of cleaning that. But our main goal for this video is we're going to get under that hood, get under the vehicle, get that fuel line replaced so we can go ahead and get this vehicle running and make sure there's no mechanical issues as far as the engine. As I checked the oil, it looks like it was changed right before it got parked. All the fluids look good in it. Transmission fluid doesn't smell burnt. I did clean up under here, so you'll have to check out that Instagram again so you can see how dirty this was. But as you can see, it's been sitting for a while from the oxidation on the aluminum. But the line that we're going to shoot for is this pressurized fuel line right here. It's coming to the rail and then going back down in. So this line up underneath has this aluminum type sheathing on it, and I believe it's a metal line. It's collected dust and moisture all these years and rotted it out, and it's just spraying fuel underneath. Which brings me to another problem that this thing, that was also a reason why I believe it was parked, is it's got a bad set of brake lines underneath of it that is also rusted out. But I've got a whole new stainless set of brake lines that go to this. So we'll be replacing those in another video because it is completely drained. Let's go ahead and I'm going to get this box apart and make sure we're chasing the right fuel line and go ahead and get this installation going. All right, so here's the new hose. As you can see, it's this one right here. It's got the new holder off of it. So first thing I did was went ahead and just unscrewed this just so I could get the cover off. Now I'm going to tighten it back down in and put the oil cap on just to be for sure that we don't get any fuel down in there. Now, like I said, mine's got a big gaping hole in it underneath, so the fuel system is depressurized. But if it wasn't, you'd want to pull your fuel pump fuse and crank it over to depressurize the line. But like I said, mine's already depressurized. So the first thing I'm going to do is do the disconnection here and get this line off. Alright, so once you get the safety clip, you know, it just pops off and pulls down. Then you're going to have your fuel line release tool. And we'll use this 3/8 side, because what it's going to do, let's see if I can show you here. You see those clips? Those just basically press down over that flange and hold it in place. So this tool simply goes up in there around the fuel line. You press down on the fuel line, it spreads those apart, and you can pull it right out. So now with this end disconnected, let's go underneath and see if we can find this connection. Okay, so when you get up under here, there's this elbow connection. Use your tool, go in there, slide it off the exact same way. Once it comes out, you'll see it snakes in and around. And right here is where mine was rusted. I looked it up online. It seems like that's a common issue and could potentially be a very dangerous issue, because as mine rusted out, it would have been spraying straight on to the catalytic converter. So you see there's not that much space. So really poor design. It's kind of why I stick with Ford. Anyways, so I pulled it out of these clips. Try to show you here. As you can see, it goes up and around, and then up over the car's frame, turns in, then goes that way, and it's in another one of these clips down below. So I had to pop the brake line out right here, and then I worked it down and out. So it does take a little bit of time, and you got to have some patience to work it and wiggle it around without bending it up. But I had to keep going in and out and going up top and keep working it and going back and forth underneath until I got that thing snaked in up top. Let me show you. All right, so it came up from the back. I was able to reach back into there and get it worked around. There is another clip holding it right here, which I've got to go ahead and see if I can show you and secure it. So I know it's hard to see, but it's back there on the side of the shock tire. So I'm just gonna push that line in, try to get you back in there. There you go. So I went ahead and just got it clipped in, make sure all the slack is where it needs to be for going down the road. Came up here, just simply pressed it back on, hooked this back up. Another good tip is you can take this guy off. I took it off the old one, so it just keeps it from catching going down through there. So now the next thing we'll do, I undone some of these just to give me some wiring harness working room. I'm gonna slide those back real quick and put my spark plug wire holder back on, and then I'll get in and fire her up. Before I keep going, I'll show you, that's the fuel disconnect tool I got from Advance. But there is the fuel line. So you see, as I started messing around with it, this piece broke off here, and you can just see how rusted that thing is. I mean, it's in bad shape right here. So you can see right there's where the pinhole was in the side, and it was shooting out of it, but as soon as I touched it, it just crumbled. So definitely a very unsafe condition. So if you guys have one of these, I should just get under there and just checking it, see if you see a wet spot or if it's looking this bad. That line was only $85. I got it from eBay, and it's roughly took me 20 minutes to do it. So, but right now I'm gonna go get some fresh gas, some Lucas fuel treatment, put it in there, put the gas in there, and cycle the key a few times, get fuel in it, and start it up and look for leaks. All right, guys, big moment here. Let's see if we can get her to start. Prime it a couple times. So gas gauge is registering. I put 5 gallon in it. She's trying. All right. Control the window down so I don't get locked out of here. All right, no leaks there. See anything there? Let's look up under here. No leaks there. So far, so good. I don't hear any knocking in the engine, so it means the engine might be decent. Let's go ahead and let her down. Of course, we're burning off some oil and some water where I washed the engine off. Let her run here for a bit and see how it does. All right, guys, so that's everything for this video. As you can see, that fuel line replacement wasn't too bad. Just a little patience, a little time, and you can get it knocked out. But as you can see, I'm covered in dirt and rust just from being up from under it. But everything seems to be running good. It does have some old fuel in it, so it is getting some missing. I read in the codes on it, and it was telling me an evap system leak, which may be the gas cap, but it could, the miss is definitely could be that old gas, because it definitely is smelling of varnish out the back. So I had to get some more gas and more fuel treatment. We'll keep running it. It probably just needs drove because it has set since 2018. So if you like this video, please give me a like and subscribe. If you're watching it and you ain't subscribed, go ahead and hit it. Even if you ignore me the rest of the time, I appreciate the subscribes. So follow me on Instagram, Mustang Jackson 67. We'll see if we can't get this build done pretty quick and get it on the road. So until next time, let's keep building.